Hello everyone, I am Prasad from the Structure Guide. Today we are going to discuss about how concrete is made. Before go into the discussion, I would like to request you all to subscribe our YouTube channel. You may get the notification on new videos. What is concrete? Concrete is a composite material composed of fine and coarse aggregate bonded together with fluid cement paste that's hardened over time. So this is kind of a composite material is a combination of composite material. We discuss later what are these composite material and all that, but basically a concrete is a composite material. That's what we have to keep in mind when throughout this discussion. Concrete is the second most used substance in the world after the water and is the most widely used building material. As you see, we use the reinforcement in the construction, we use steel in the construction, but the concrete is the most widely used construction material in the world. What is concrete made of? The main component of the concrete is cement, water, aggregate, and admixtures. So main things are the cement, water, and aggregate. Those things should be there to make the concrete. Admixtures we use to enhance the performance of the concrete. Reaction between cement and water create the concrete that create a paste bond with the aggregate and create the concrete. So these things or these combination of these composite material is altogether we consider as a concrete. Right. Let's move to next segment. What are the common type of concrete? Normally, these can be categorized into different types. Here, one sort of a categorization is there. Normal strength concrete, high strength concrete, pervious concrete like this, high density concrete, low weight concrete, air entrained concrete. That concrete contains the air. We manually set a situation to entrap the air in the concrete. That is, we can use the admixtures, or there are methods like adding admixture. You can entrain there in the concrete. Reinforced concrete, polymer concrete, roller compacted concrete, rapid strength concrete, glass concrete. Likewise, these can be categorized. There are other methods. There are different categorizations in the world based on the standard. Also, there are slight deviations when you categorize. For example, low heat concrete, sulfate resisting concrete. Likewise, these can be categorized. There are different types of categories, as I said, but this is also kind of categorization we can use when identifying the concrete types. The most important thing today we are going to discuss is the how concrete is made. Firstly, we need to have a cement. We know what are the main components: cement, water, aggregate. These are the main components of the concrete. First, we need to have a cement. Cement is a natural resource, but it's get from the our environment, and we have to made it because it's not a single component. There, it's combination of some substances. So we have to firstly make the cement. Once you get the cement, we next stage is to do the proportioning of the mix. There are two methods for this. First is the volume batching and second is the weight batching. So depending on this batching or concrete mixing method, we have to proportionate the concrete. First we discuss about the volume batching. Early days we don't have had the weight batching method mostly, but the way volume batching is the most common in the early days. So volume batching is kind of a method that we use to match the volume, proportionate the volumes. For example, for cement bag, how much of sand volume, how much of aggregate volume, coarse aggregate volume, how much of water. That is based on the volume we can do the mixing. This is mostly used in the manual mixing method, like you use a small mixture to mix the concrete, or else you can if you do the manually mixing, this volume batching method are used. Other method is the weight batching. Actually, weight batching is used in the mixed designs. Now, when you do the mixed design, at the mixed design, we specify the weight of the material, how many kilos of the cement, how many kilos of the sand, how many kilos of the coarse aggregate. Likewise, we specify the weight, because if you use a machine or to do the mixing, the weight is the easiest method to get the correct amount of each material. So we can use the strain gauges and we can measure the weight of the cement and all that. You know cement is in the silos like this. So silos like this. So you have the aggregate. Then you can put it into the bin. So therefore, we use weight batching to make it easier when we do the mixing in the batching plant. So in the mix design, but I want to extend this discussion further on the mix design. Now, when you do a mix design, firstly you do the mix proportions. We select the mix proportion, how much cement, how much aggregate. Likewise, you select the mix proportion. Once you selected the mix proportions, and also we fix the target strength there based on the relevant standard and the grade you use. We fix the target strength. Then we do the trial mixers. Now we want to check whether the prepared mix design achieve the strength. Otherwise there will be issues when you can't, once you put the pour the concrete, after that, after 28 or so 7 days you can't check the strength, because before pouring you should know this concrete has a adequate strength. So that's why we do the mix design. So we do the mix design trial mixers, then we check the strength, and if it is okay we proceed. So that's also we have to keep in mind. So that's all about the mix proportioning and mix design. Then once you have the mix design, then you do the mixing at the batching plant. We add the cement, we add the coarse aggregate to the bin, then we it is rotated and then it's mixed. During this process we add the water. Then water also get it in the end mixing. So if we are using admixture now, when as a general norm, or the as a property of cement, now generally the setting time is of the cements in the range of 45 to 1 hour. Now modern construction we use very large concrete pours, and also the batching plants are not located at the site. So we have to have a reasonable time after mixing the concrete till pouring the concrete. We need to have a certain period. The minute you mix, you can't put into the reinforcement net or the where we want to pour. We can't put it. So we need a reasonable time. Because of that, we need to extend the setting time. Such situations, we would use the admixtures. During this mixing process, we use admixtures like retarders. The retarder function of retarder is to delay the setting time. Likewise, there are different type of admixtures we use to enhance the properties of the concrete, like water reducing admixtures. So we can adjust the water cement ratio. We can have a good workable concrete. Likewise, we can modify the properties of concrete by adding the admixtures. Once you mix the concrete, we load it into the truck mixture. Then we transport into the site. So we transport to the site, and at the site we check the slump, and also we take sample to test the strength. So maybe cube or maybe cylinders you test at the site. So this, once you have taken the check the sample within the limit and taken the cube for testing from that samples, we next what we do is pour the concrete into the slab or whatever the element. So this testing, if I come back to the testing, the cube testing you may not be taken by all the trucks you come to the site, but it's depend on the criteria you specified. So it's maybe depending on the magnitude of the concrete and the scale of the concrete. Likewise, there are many to consider. So Anyway, we have to do the testing of the concrete before pouring. So you may refer the guideline how testing area, how we do the testing. So once you pour the concrete, we place it over the whatever the area we want to pour the concrete. Then we do the compaction. Compaction is a very important thing in the concrete because if you are not adequately compacted the concrete, air may entrap there, and also it's not properly settled. Then there will be issues in the durability. It will affect to the strength of the concrete. Likewise, there are some other concerns in like permeability, so many. Therefore, we have to do the compaction of the concrete is completely correctly. Once you done the compaction, you can level the concrete. That's it. Now, after that, what that is the laying concrete is over. With that, we have to do the curing. So when we should not let the surface of the concrete is dry, and we have to maintain the moisture in the surface of the concrete to complete the hydration process, that is a reaction between water and cement. That is that is affect so many factors, durability and other there are other concerns. So you may refer the video we have developed for the curing of concrete. But anyway, we have to do the curing at least 7 days. We have to do the curing. With that, we complete the process of producing concrete. So today we are discuss about the concrete and how it is made. So I think you have we got some kind of a knowledge on this. Thank you very much for listening. Let's meet again from a new video. Thank you.